So, this is a first, and, well, for Mr. Super Oz, the channel, and I, Oz from the channel, Mr. Super Oz, this is a first. A unboxing, which, obviously is quite common on YouTube, but I've just never done it before. And so, after the ad read and after the open rolls, I will unbox the Biker Mice from Mars because, well, you can't see it in this shot, but all throughout the studio there are unopened action figures, and so I thought to myself, if I'm going to have collectibles and they're going to be allowed to breathe, if you will, then why not record it on the channel, make it content, possibly pick up new subscribers and people who will find both the channel content and what I write interesting. So, after the ad read and the open rolls, Biker Mice from Mars.
Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy.
At one point, this first unboxing was going to be Street Sharks, but thanks to Ryan Reynolds' investment in the rekindling of some of my childhood enjoyments, whether it be Biker Mice from Mars or Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa, there are things from 30 some years ago coming back into the modern stylings. And so I was able to order and obtain all three of the Biker Mice from Mars in the new nacelle style far quicker than I expected. So I thought that these were going to be here later on, and like I said, I thought that the Street Sharks were going to arrive in totality before the Biker Mice from Mars got here. But as they say, best laid plans and all that, my thoughts were inaccurate. So one thing I'll say straight away is the box art on the back of each of the boxes is beautiful. So it's very comic book like, which is something I am a fan of. And I really enjoy the window to look into each of the boxes. I think that that's a great touch. If I had seen these out in the real world, that's what I like to see. I really don't like when the toy is fully encased in cardboard. You can't even make out what you're buying before you get it. It's legitimately one of the reasons why I didn't purchase the X-Men the Animated Series Morph VHS box figure, because I just, while I do enjoy Morph the character, and I think that the perceived or the shown off version of the character is is very cool. If you can't see the actual product, then it's quite the gamble to take, which is funny since I founded Gamble Comics, and I'm complaining about taking gambles. But what I mean is, it's a bit of a chance that you're risking if you're picking up a product that you can't see, and so I prefer when you can see into the box, or the window as I called it. But yeah, so this is Throttle, the leader of the team. Each character comes with so much extra items, whether it be additional hands or projectiles, things that can be sent at villains. So that in and of itself is really cool. And I gotta say, so I had all three. I don't think they were all the original designs. I think I had like not just the original design, but maybe even like the sports jersey design when I was growing up with this series of toys. And they're actually re-releasing those in the modern day scale too. So I think that's really cool. Reproducing, I guess, is maybe the better term, more accurate. But yeah, I like all of the extras that each of them come with. As far as making it worth the expenditure. But the funny thing with me though is, once I get my collection set up the way that I like, I then sell on eBay the extras as just loose parts, because that's all I do is I just have a display set up, and so I don't actually change out hands and do multiple posings. I do know people that do a lot of like Instagram light boxing or shadow box lighting with figures, and it's cool, but it's not my thing, or I have never done it. I've just like I said, I just pose and display and appreciate. Vinny, mouse with a cool attitude, as the box says. He comes with 3 head options. I took off the serious head and put on the one with the grin. He comes with 4 additional hand options and a gripping claw, a crowbar, and a gun, or a pistol, I guess. But yeah, this dude, I always thought he was so fun and funny, and probably my favorite of the 3. I mean, although realistically they all have fun personalities. When it comes to this here cyborg mouse, he also comes with 2 additional heads, 4 additional hands, and a hot dog. But he's also got a rocket launcher and a pistol. But the thing is, I decided to stick with the stern or serious face for this guy because he is the biggest of the boys, and I didn't see any point in giving him the helmet because I didn't pick up the motorcycles, and I decided to leave the smirk off his face because he ought to stay stern and ready to get into action. There he is, Throttle, the team leader of the Biker Mice from Mars. So I gotta compliment the packaging for these figures. A lot of times, and NECA, you're really guilty of this, the packaging wants to fight me, and like almost, and I've had the problem with the Power Rangers too over there. The packaging wants to fight me so much that I've had it to where that figures' heads will break off when you just try and get out of the package. But these nacelle figures, they fit like a glove. They slide out perfectly, and like I said, they come with all kinds of extras, which is really cool, especially given the fondness I have for this animated series. And I really enjoy that they all come with hot dogs, because to me, it's just a fun callback to how everything is a throwback to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and how that they loved pizza, and each show has to come up with its own version thereof. So yeah, here are the Biker Mice from Mars unboxed in the way that I plan on having them displayed, because like I said, I have not and probably will not buy the actual motorcycles. While the price is part of the issue, also space is definitely the main issue as to why that I don't plan on buying the Biker Mice from Mars' motorcycles, because I just don't have enough shelving locations to display them along with their motorcycles. And yet each one of these were costly, but the thing is, when you have the kind of affection for something like I do for the Biker Mice from Mars, something I grew up on in the 90s, and then somebody with great financial backing and I would say probably Hollywood clout like a Ryan Reynolds gets behind the product, I think that it's worth it to spend your money on something that means something to you. And I think these guys are really cool. One of the reasons why I went with this trio as the first unboxing for the channel is as like a call, not a call, but a reference to how that one day I would really enjoy for my trio of superheroes, the Everlasting Survivors from my 68-page graphic novel, available now via the link in the description of this or any other video, to also become action figures. Like, I think they are very, what's the word, toyetic? Or, capable of being cool toys, whether it be, the mind-reading chick, the super speedster, or the element-wielding awesome characters that, like I said, they just lend themselves to the idea of being action figures. And so with that, I just thought that this trio is the right way to begin this journey on the channel. And hopefully as time goes on, I get better at figuring out the right way to unbox, display, and converse about figures. The funny thing about doing new videos is each style, each project has its own learning curve, and so hopefully these will get better as time goes on, because I do plan on doing unboxings for all of the Street Sharks, because those are figures unlike these. I did have the 4-inch Biker Mice from Mars, but I never was able to get when I was a kid the 4 primary Street Shark action figures. I do remember getting Moby Lick once, which was funny because it was like he was a side character that maybe showed up 2 or 3 times, and yet I got his action figure because he was on sale at Big Lots, but I never got the Core Brothers. So I have remedied that, and when they arrive, I will do an unboxing for the Street Sharks. But thank you for tuning in to this first attempt at an unboxing. Hopefully it's prosperous and we pick up a lot of subscribers, people who are interested in watching movie reviews or hearing me talk about TV shows or pro wrestling, all kinds of fun things from the channel. Thank you. Enjoy.